So here's the thing, Dr. Knizia. Fellini raises a lot of questions. It gets way too much hate. The theme is really thought-provoking. I don't believe it's just cats in the Mediterranean. Oh no, this is some far future land on some distant world. It seems archaic in nature, but in reality, this is in the future. The cats, after conquering Earth, have traveled out to the stars, building colonies on a variety of planets. But the question is, how did they get out to the far reaches of space?
Connie, good grief. Young Dr. Knizia is extremely generous with his time visiting us, and Mickey already bothered him enough with goofy ideas. Can you not go down your Fellini fanfiction rabbit hole? It's a huge waste of time.
Well, actually...
Wait, what do you mean actually? Wait,
Oh my goodness,
Are you
what?
kidding me? Mlem is a push-your-luck game. If you're not familiar with that term, it's a kind of game that balances choices and chance. You may be used to complete chance games like Monopoly, where you roll a dice and just do what it says. However, in games like Mlem, you roll dice and make decisions on what dice to use, and when to settle and accept your current position. But you often have the opportunity to go further. There are push-your-luck elements in a lot of Reiner Knizia's games, but as the good doctor often does, he dilutes a mechanism down to a pure distillation. For instance, in his game Reiner Knizia's Decathlon, which is a fun dice-rolling game. But Mlem takes this even further. All the players add one of their cats, or astronauts, to the shuttle. Each astronaut is important. We'll get to that in a moment. On each turn, everyone participates, which is a nice element to keep everyone at the table invested, and players take turns leading the shuttle throughout all of space. When you're rolling dice, you have to use a face that is shown next to your current space to proceed, and then you proceed based on the number of pips on the dice. However, you then lose those dice from your usable pool. Unless they're the rocket exhaust symbol, which when you use them, they go back into your pool. Your dice pool shrinks and the tension builds as you rocket through the cosmos. Anyone at any time can hop off the ride and land on a planet or moon, which will be scored at the end of the game. Each of your astronauts have special abilities, like doubling the points of where they land, functioning as a 1-pip dice for one of your missions, starting at the third space, which is fantastic, jumping off on an adjacent landing, and so on. This is my favorite element of the game because each and every one really feel like you're breaking the game while playing it. And player powers, even when they aren't asymmetric, that still feel like you're breaking the rules of the game you're playing, that's one of the simplest yet most profound additions to any game. Eventually the dice roll will fail and you'll crash down to the bottom, only to start again with a new player leading the track. And you'll keep doing this, making agonizing decisions on what dice to keep. It will feel impossible, it's not, to get all the way to the top, which like any good game is a great hook to make you want to keep playing. There are also expansions that come in the box, a couple modules with goals and other elements. My personal favorite is the UFO, which restricts your rolls and gives you another goal to shoot for, UFO trophies. Now in reference to the theme for a moment, it is super abstracted, but at the same time does kind of sort of seem fitting in the sense that you're working together like a crew, sending out cats to scout. Okay, it's a stretch. I don't know, maybe Connie's just getting to me. I've seen some weird responses to the art. I personally love it. The cats are cute and whimsical and everything is nice and colorful and pops. I like this Sphinx cat best. I also love the production, for the most part. I really don't know why we need all of the victory point counters. There's a lot of them and it seems unnecessary. It takes up a lot of space. Not to mention they're in weird fiddly shapes. But that's honestly my only issue, and it's relatively minor when compared to how enjoyable the game itself is. And that's what's most important. If you like doing this, there's a decent chance you'll like Mlem. For us personally, Mlem's a delightful time for all player counts that keeps all constantly involved in a game filled with chancy dice chucking and tense decisions. Check it out.